Hi, I'm Miss Fitipaldi. I'm the More Able lead in the Spanish department. In this video, I'll be talking about skills that More Able learners need to put in practice, as well as showing specific resources they can access outside the classroom. Very briefly, at the end, I will also be talking a little bit about the masterclass that we did this year with the Year 8 students. So to begin with, these are 5 skills that More Able students need to put in practice on a regular basis. Learn a variety of vocabulary, and this, for example, to do so, they could pay attention to synonyms, to antonyms, to different ways of saying the same idea. Similarly, they need to identify and apply grammatical rules with confidence. So every week they will learn a new grammatical rule, or they will revise one that they've learned previously. It is important that they are able to put it together, drawing links to what they've learned previously. That will allow them to combine what they've learned with what they knew, and slowly and gradually they'll become very confident mastering the grammar of the language. It's important that they also self-evaluate the use of language. So, for example, when they have their own writing in front of them, they need to be able to see what they've done right, and they need to be able to know how to improve their language skills. To do so, it's important that they challenge themselves using complex structures. In every task, in every lesson, in our department, learners will always have a challenge box in which they can use more complex structures or analyze the complex structures that are being used in that lesson. And finally, it's important that they use strategies, especially when listening and reading. This is especially important when accessing the resources that I'm going to show now. So first, in order to engage with reading in the target language, they can access in the school library books that are graded readers, that they're called. This means that they're shorter stories that have been adapted to their language level. And also normally these stories, they have glossaries either at the end of the page or at the end of the book, which is a great opportunity for them to access words that they've not encountered previously. This means that reading, the same that if they were reading in English, it's a great opportunity for them to revise the language they know, but also to extend it and keep learning. In a similar way, in Google, they can type the Fable Cottage Spanish, and the first entry leads them to a website that has bilingual stories. So they're fairy tales which are written both in Spanish and English, and the great thing of this is that because it's stories that they have read probably before in English, they can easily read them in Spanish and follow what's going on in the story. On top of that, this website provides students with comprehension activities to check their understanding of the story. In order to be exposed to music and videos, on the left-hand side, they have a website where they can access video clips of famous songs by famous singers that speak Spanish. They can access with the website with the link here or the QR code if they scan it with their phones. In the same way, on the right hand side, they can access videos, but this time they're about specific topics, so history, geography, science, and as the other one, they can access either with the link or the QR code. In YouTube, they also have access to these videos called Easy Spanish. They're quite interesting as they are interviews to Spanish-speaking people. For example, in the first one is citizens in Barcelona, and they are interviewed and they are asked what they like and they dislike. So it's a very nice opportunity to engage with vocabulary and topics that they've learned in class, but also to engage with the culture of the target language. And finally, very quickly, this year we did a masterclass with the year 8 students in which we learned some poetic devices that they had already learned in English, and we used them to analyze a song. So they listened to a song, they watched the video clip, and they also had to practice the listening skills and bring all of it together. So what they knew, what they learned, and being able to analyze that literature component, the poetic devices. I think that also it set a nice link with their English subject. So I think both the songs, the videos, or the reading, they offer students a really nice opportunity to actually engage with the target language, but through their own interests. So that is a very positive thing, as it will be able to make them more excited. It will also be a more enjoyable experience. So this is everything from me. Do please send me an email. You have my email address at the bottom of this slide too. If you need anything, if you would like me to send you the links or the QR codes, or if you have any question about anything that I've explained. Have a lovely day. Bye bye.